Dr. Shreen, can you help me, please?
Hello, Dr. Ali. How are you? What's wrong?
I'm in trouble. The dean asked me to prepare something called blueprint. I have no idea about it. Either only it's blue and can be printed, maybe. I hear
What?
that you are Viberian. Are you familiar with this medical education stuff? Can you help me?
Yes, actually, in FAMER, we do study a lot of interesting topics. One of them is how to design the blueprint, and it is our focus for this week. But you're quite lucky. I do have a presentation, and I can share it with you if you do have time.
Yes, of course I have.
Okay. Let's start our journey.
Yes.
In order to be familiar with blueprint, you need to know certain points. First of all is to define the blueprint, enumerate the purpose of its preparation, outline the different types of blueprint, and discuss the factors to be considered in blueprint construction. It all starts with assessment. The assessment plays a major role in the medical school curriculum. It provides a way to monitor student progress towards the learning outcomes that we expect them to achieve. So how to achieve this? The fundamental concept to keep in mind when creating any assessment for students is the validity. The validity refers to whether a test measures what it aims to measure or not. To ensure that assessments are valid, consistent with the course objectives, and to address truly important learning outcomes in a balanced manner, this is why we develop and plan blueprints. Blueprints creates the balance between the learning objectives and the assessment. So what is blueprint? Blueprinting presents one of the elements of the comprehensive curriculum mapping strategy. Blueprint is a map or a specification of assessment items based on educational outcomes, and its primary function is to support the validity of the assessment about its content. Have you ever prepared an exam and when you finish the exam, you find the students all concerned that the exam was not well prepared or not well designed? Some students might think that the exam was too long, no time to write everything. Most of the questions coming from only one chapter, which the student had skipped or didn't have a full awareness of it. The whole heart anatomy, very long questions or having very long questions in the exam or too vague material for them. Have you ever faced this, Dr. Ali?
Yes, actually, that was a complaint of many students.
See, that's why preparing a blueprint is quite very important. Blueprinting is a constructive alignment between the learning objectives and the activities and the assessment. The blueprint aims to connect those three elements together.
Wow. So I heard that there are different types of blueprint, is there?
Yes, actually, there are quite different types of blueprints, several types of blueprints, like the curricular content blueprint or the matrix, the master blueprint, and the test blueprint. The first one is the curricular content blueprint. It describes the content to be taught and learned to achieve the program learning outcomes. For example, like the second year medical school blueprint. Then comes the master blueprint. It's a specific assessment tool for all objectives, used for the whole competency assessment mapping. Like, for example, if you are preparing a master blueprint for a locomotor module blueprint. Finally is the test blueprint. It describes the key elements of a test, involve the objectives to be assessed only. Like, for example, the fall 2023 midterm exam blueprint. So, what is the meaning of a test blueprint? It is a three-dimensional chart or a table that shows the weightage given to objectives, content, and forms of questions in terms of mark. Finally, you will get a master blueprint or a template showing like this, where it shows the learning objectives, the methods of teaching, and when and how it will be assessed, impact and frequency. This is how a master blueprint would look like.
Wow. Let's wait for a minute. What is the impact? What is the frequency? Oh my God. Can I use the AI to create the blueprint and cut the story short?
Well, Dr. Ali, this is a long story. these are many things, are many factors and many parts of this table, how to construct it. It's quite a longer story than our scope now. And further details will be provided in our session next week with Dr. Amira and
Yeah.
Dr. Marmar and Dr. Reem. They are preparing an amazing presentation to clarify further steps regarding the blueprint. So let's wait for the next week. But for
Okay.
now, I need to clarify two important things. The purpose of preparing the blueprint is to clearly define the scope of the test, to relate the objectives to the content, to improve the content validity, and to assure that the test will probably measure the learning outcomes. Factors to be considered while you're preparing the blueprint is the purpose of the test, the content framework, the testing time, and the item formats, and the content weighing. The final most important question is whether we should distribute the blueprint to the students or not. What do you think, Dr. Ali?
That's quite a dilemma. I'm between two options. Either to be transparent with the student and tell them what is the blueprint objectives I'm testing them about, or being vague with them. Wow, that's confusing.
Many faculties have different opinion regarding this. So let us discuss it in the discussion forum with our fellows, and this would be the assignment for this week.
Yes, include me, please. I'm in.
Sure, Dr. Ali. It's always a pleasure having you with us.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Thank you.